You're listening to Bionicle Commentary Central, your central location for Bionicle and brick-based discussion.
Episode 66. I'm hoping there's not another 6 in here somewhere, or else we're gonna have a problem. With me today is Bossman, aka LQ.
Ford, are you trying to audition for public radio today? I mean, that voice.
Ford, you sound like you have your hair slicked back.
I do my best. So, Klenda, how are you?
We're still on public radio.
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Don't talk to me like that.
See, this is why no one but old people listen to public radio.
Shut up, you stupid Tomatoran! Let the plant life person speak. You were saying, Klenda.
First of all, let's not insult Tomatoran just because they think that they're better.
They are
than
lesser
everyone
race.
Let's not insult Tomatoran. Let's insult people who listen to public radio.
Which public radio? I mean, there are a few of those.
Well, I'm glad I'm not one of those people.
I don't
Boom!
know. You must learn how to speak like that from somewhere. But seriously,
Are
people
you
are going
doing
to start
this
turning this
deliberately
off if we don't
because I
get some
suggested that you
energy.
be more enthusiastic?
Well, fine. Okay. So, we got some emails. A bunch of emails that we haven't been reading because we get
Great
lost
way to tell them we have no topic,
time.
Ford.
We get lots of time, so we're just
Awesome.
gonna read emails, and we love you guys.
Thank you so much for sending
If you want to send us
us
more
emails.
because we're always looking for emails, you can send us emails at bioniclecomedycentral@gmail.com. Leave about 1 to 3 questions. Don't forget to leave your username so we can know who you are when asking the questions. Thank you. So,
Anyway,
what is
let's go to
first
the-
up on the list?
let's go back and answer an email from May.
That is a good idea.
This first email is from May.
No, that's not what I meant.
No. Well, who is it from then? Does
Oh.
the person leave their username?
This is from the Lego role player / AJTAZT. I forget if I'm supposed to pronounce the
Ajax?
letters because someone told me to do that, or if I'm supposed to pronounce the name. But anyways, the
Hello.
Lego role player here with more questions. Ford, this isn't public radio.
Hey, I just want to seem like not as much of a Tomatoran racist, even though they are dumb.
Tomatoran
Okay.
dumb or the racist
I don't even know how to work with that joke anymore, Ford.
Wait, that was a joke?
It's just
It
It's
was
just the
funny
fact
the
of
first
life.
5 times, but
it's just a fact of life. I am. It's because of Akama. He sucks. He's literally the worst character ever.
I actually liked him in that one book that I read.
in that one
I actually like him better in
one book.
I like Vakama in book form. I actually was reading Tale of the Toa earlier. No,
Almost
something's
everything
of the mask.
Bionicle is better in book form. If you
Quest
haven't
for
read
the
the books, you don't
Yes,
really know Bionicle.
I also
Quest
keep
for
on
the
saying
Mask,
that, especially
that
about
last
Generation
story
2.
with
But you know how that
Vakama
went.
fighting the Nui, the Mononui creature. I don't remember what it's called.
Was it the Kanoka dragon?
No.
Or no?
No, it wasn't the Kanoka dragon. It was the Rahinui.
Rahinui,
The
yeah,
thing
that's
that
what it
lives to
was.
defeat
Some
Toa. I
stupid
really
combined your name.
enjoyed all the Troga actually in that book, except that Craig Farshchi was still trying to figure out how to use tree speak, and he was saying stuff like brothers, friends.
No, he wasn't trying to figure out how to make tree speak work. It's just tree speak never made sense to begin with.
It
And
does.
Still trying to figure it out. The year
I
after
speak
right
tree
after that
speak.
year, that's when Greg Farshchi got rid of tree speak.
I think
wasn't-
pretty much
I
just
still
tree speak in general is just made up. You
2005.
just make it
No,
up
it isn't.
and
If
it'll
you
be
look
fine.
in the,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I'm one of the only people who actively likes tree speak. Evidently,
Greg Farshchi even hates tree speak.
I know that's not my fault.
I
Yes,
don't
it
really
is.
care that much about it.
Okay, so LK is the Tomatoran who really hates it, and
Okay, I can tolerate tree speak, but here's where in the Mask of Light is where it goes too far.
well, that
Like
was
way too far.
Lewa sounds totally uneducated in Mask of Light.
Okay.
It also sounds like a hippie. Just a little
Look
bit.
at the Motonui online game. I love the Limatorn speech patterns.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
that
I love
introduction
so
is
much.
like the best because it's like, wow, these people really are different all across this island.
And it's
That's
that was
interesting.
after I'd already learned how to speak in actual tree/shoot speak, and I was like, wow, I like this a lot better. This is really cool because it actually sounds like something that it sounded like an actual speech pattern, and actually it made
It didn't sound like a
tree
speech pattern to
speak
me.
make a lot more sense to me.
It's
Well, again,
so
that's
annoying.
You are allowed
Let's make
to
Lloyd
have that
from
opinion.
Ninjago talk in tree speak. How about that? He's green. He should talk in tree speak.
Well, I'm part green. My
Hey,
mask is blue.
I might have green, but I can't wind fly. I
See,
can just
Ford, thank you, Ford, for
shoot
making out us,
stuff.
showing us how using tree speak just makes us question your intelligence throughout time.
Who, me?
Yes, tree speak.
I
If
have
you
heard
hear someone
people
talking-
actually use tree speaking conversation, and it sounds perfectly fine.
I think it sounds awful in conversation.
You
but
go
that
up and
should-
quick set the table. See what I mean? It sounds perfectly fine in
Yeah.
context.
No, it doesn't. No.
I have heard full-grown
no.
adults
It's just
say that,
weird
and it sounds
trying
fine when
to
they say it.
remember. It's just weird trying to remember all the combinations of words.
It's like talking in iambic pentameter. You get better with practice.
What if you combine tree speak and gang speak?
I
Hey,
don't
yo,
know,
wind fly.
I've occasionally talked
I gotta
in
do
tree
some
speak in iambic
experimentation
pentameter.
with this.
Yo, what
I-
up, mother bear?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my. Oh. Should we finally get to the email?
Yes,
We
please.
spent all this time just avoiding the email.
Alright, the first
How
question
did you
is,
do that? Sorry, I'm good now.
what was the best or your favorite LEGO fan fiction you've ever read? And no, your own stories do not count, nor do any BCC related comedies. Well,
My brother's
I'll
Master
go
of the Frozen.
first, but
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't read fan fiction because I don't enjoy it. I mean, that's not to insult anyone who writes it, because I'm sure there are some good writers out there, but I'm a person who has a difficult time getting in and reading anything unless it really, really interests me, and fan fiction just generally doesn't interest me.
Then I think you'd like my favorite, Nova Orbis. It's really cool. And
Oh,
I think you'd
I've
like
heard
it.
of Nova Orbis.
I haven't
I
read that
definitely, I know of it. I just, never got around to reading it.
It is very good, and I highly suggest it. I think it'll take a little bit for you to really get into it, but I think you'll like it.
What was the plot for that one? See if I'm remembering the same thing as you're saying.
So
I
like
have not read this one. So.
this guy wants to go find. They're on a different planet, and they're trying to populate the planet.
Oh, yes,
then
yes,
They
this
go
is
on a
one I was
boat
thinking of.
trip, and then they all get lost and are presumed dead or something. And then stuff happens, and more Toa
Yes,
and
yes.
such. And
Yeah, I
whatever.
remember this plot. I've
It's
heard of
like
it.
I read it so long ago, I don't really remember how it started. You ever have that happen?
Yeah. It's strange. You know what used to be really popular in the day that I never have read any of is the old comics.
The old comics.
You know how you hear people talking about how back in the day BZP comic section was like the thing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I never have read any of the comics
Neither
ever.
have I.
As a non-BZP
But I've heard a
person,
lot of
then
good
I
stuff.
cannot do anything about that. I should actually go into BZ Power at some point.
Actually, a while ago, I got to talk with the First Shadow, and he recommended Dark 709 to me, but like I could never find any stuff because all of the BCP archives got deleted.
Are all of them gone now? I know a huge
I'm
chunk of them was gone.
Pretty
but...
sure most of them are gone, at least.
But yeah, I do know a lot of stuff was lost in BZP archives. Wonderful. I've always wondered if that mystery of what exactly happened to BZP back then will ever be solved.
Let's not dwell on it.
Can I
What
give my
for
answer
dwelling
now?
on things is what I do best.
Clearly.
Can I give my answer now?
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite is probably the short story I Wish to Register a Complaint, in which Huki Toahuki Mari comes into the human world and complains to the Lego company. And
This sounds like Bay Farmers, but with Bionicle.
Is it about his hand not being a thing?
I don't remember.
Among other
been a while.
things.
Okay, speaking of that, that's been
think
done
that
to
he
death,
was-
but why is that? Who was the idiot designer who ever designed Hyuki without a hand?
I have no clue. It
It's
was
not
about
that
the
hard.
hand, actually. I think it...
I just don't
I
care.
don't... I'm okay with you not caring, but it was very interesting because
Well,
it's
it's
a
okay
rather
because
serious
according
take
to
on it, and I
Stuart
enjoyed that a lot.
Sager, ball joints are hands. Yep.
They are, because look at Kopakanuva's character video. He pops
Oh,
off his
yeah,
quote
that.
hand piece, end quote.
Well, technically, a Bionicle can take their hand off.
True,
They
and
can
we've
rip
seen that
their arm
in-
apart into
Not
pieces,
It's
and
not
they
that
can
in
grow back.
Bionicle Heroes,
No, Ford.
actually.
Ford, they can
Because
have
in-
the flesh ripped apart, and as long as they get it like back in place and they still have something to attach it to, it'll grow back.
So you're saying if I'm holding on to the bad guy on a ledge, I could just pop off my hand and have them fall to their death?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Actually, then in...
Ford, don't remember the Toamata? They like their flesh rotted away while they were in the canisters. That's why they had to rebuild themselves.
Well,
when
I
they got
know
away.
Nike
that,
in
but
the-
like, still.
Bionicle game, they're...
Oh, that's non-canon.
I know, but when you left them away too long, or were AFK or something, then after a while, then they would try and reach a scratch on their back, couldn't quite reach the itchy part, popped off their leg
Oh,
and scratched.
that's not how it works. That's like saying dislocating your shoulder and you put it right back and it'll be fine.
I still find it amusing.
You know, I can't even find the old BZP archives anymore. Wonder if they are gone.
Yeah, I think all, if not most of them are gone, but that's beside the point. Were there any other questions in the email?
Yeah, there were.
Oh, sweet. Let's get to them.
What if LEGO had a contest where fans submitted concepts, set designs, plot theme for a new LEGO theme? Winner is chosen by either popular vote or LEGO review, just like LEGO Ideas, or just judged by LEGO alone. The winner will also help make the decisions on how the line would go. Within reason, of course. How well do you think a contest like this would turn out, and what do you think the winning idea would most likely be? Who'd like to go first? I have a lot to say there.
You should
I
probably
don't really
go
know where to
first.
begin.
I know where to begin. First off, LEGO wouldn't do a contest like that.
Yeah, they
They-
wouldn't.
I think it would be
Because
too much.
They
of-
get too many
it'd be too
licensed
much of a risk.
ideas.
No, it's not just that. It's just that generally fans don't understand
The
what
business
will
point of
sell.
view. It's not a.
Yes.
It wouldn't be a very good business
So
choice for them to
if
do
LEGO
that.
was stupid, and I mean, I'm not saying the question is stupid at all. Don't take it like that. But if LEGO was stupid enough from a business point of view to do this, it would not go well, and I doubt the theme would really sell that well unless by some stroke of dumb luck. But if there was such a contest, you know what I would put in it? Or at least find someone to help me bring it along, or I'd hope someone puts in it.
Yeah.
Steampunk.
Yes,
Steampunk.
steampunk.
I am currently working on steampunk drawings.
Yeah,
So
Or didn't you redesign your living room to be steampunk, Glenda?
absolutely, yes. It is so wonderful. We have a robot cat in our living room now. I kid you not. If you scratch its back long
I
enough,
mean-
then it will roll over onto its back for you to pet its belly. It's so cute.
I think the most problematic thing for this kind of contest would be the amount of licensed theme ideas it would get.
Yeah, it would have to be
Yeah.
clear not to be licensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it would be space exploration.
Wait, but we've done that.
Shush! Space exploration.
Oh, you know what they would do?
Or
Where
that's
we
like
go
the
to
Callan and
space.
Davix of original ideas.
Okay, I just
What?
realized what
It's
someone would
totally gonna
suggest.
be an
I don't know if this
original
idea would actually win, but someone would suggest
Lego
that
Callan and Davix?
wandering around
but
somewhere is
space.
the original Liwa Nuva, who had gone on to that other planet, and then the other Toa come looking for him and meet their doppelgangers. Someone would totally do that.
Space.
I don't
Wait,
think that would
You
work,
see,
but
a theme for Bring Back Bionicle. G1.
No.
No, I'm saying, is that what you were suggesting, Glenda?
No.
I am not saying it is my idea. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying, hey, here's a random idea that might come up. Mamadum.
You know what I
Vandom.
would do, actually, if we could do construction? I'd want a robot gladiators theme, like Latorian done right.
That would be cool.
Not Bionicle, something totally new, but
So
sets
you're
I
saying
think
these
would be really cool
steampunk
as gladiators.
Glatorian.
Yes. But it doesn't, I mean, not necessarily
Or
steampunk.
mechs. How about mechs?
Well,
Gla-
Hero Factory did
Gladiator mechs.
that. Well, I guess you're not talking.
That would be awesome.
I was talking construction
Well,
there, but
the original
Yes.
Bionicle did
Construction
Construction
gladiator mechs.
Hero Factory did that, and I didn't like it.
But they're gladiator mechs. They're battle suits in an arena.
mean, Maybe for a system theme that would work.
You know what would be better? If it took place
in space.
In space?
Space.
Space.
It sounds like we're describing the next Thor movie, you know, well, without mech.
Space gladiator arena with mech suits.
Because that is what
Ragnarok.
what Thor 3 is going to be. It's Space
Wait, really?
Gladiator Arena,
Wait,
but
really?
no mechs. Yeah, there's-
Oh, right, because they're doing Planet Hulk.
kind of.
I just read that comic.
Don't say they're doing
series.
Plant Hulk, because then the comic book guys, they're like, oh, then they're going to be following it exactly like Pot, just like they were before Civil War, and then Civil War was nothing like the comics at all.
I know.
Spider-Man is not a main character in Civil War.
Yeah.
He wasn't in this one either.
I know, though I simply was commenting. I just read the Planet Hulk thing, and I enjoyed that. It was a little bit confusing.
I remember a while ago someone was telling me about watching the cartoon of Planet Hulk. Apparently it was really bloody.
It would
Oh yeah,
be. It
I
makes a lot of
started
sense
and
that
I'm
it would
like,
be.
I can't get into this.
What was that?
I started watching it and I was like, I can't get into this because like at some point you see like the Guardians of the Galaxy in
What?
the stadium stands, and it's like,
Oh.
why would they be watching this? Wouldn't they know who the Hulk is? Wouldn't they be like, hey, why you holding our bro?
Well, no
in
one ever seems to care about the
arena.
Hulk.
Do you think
know?
it was more of an Easter egg to have him there?
I think they were trying to make it an Easter egg, but like for me, it just doesn't work. It's like, hey, why you got our gamma ray bro in there fighting dudes? It's not nice.
Well,
Bang.
for his friends are the ones that sent him there in the first place.
Yeah, true. It's not like the Guardians of the Galaxy know. They never established that. As far as I know, as far in as I got, which was like 10 minutes or something.
If anyone's wondering if you hear random coughing in the background, I'm getting over a cold, so
Yes.
ignore that.
It happens to everybody.
Alright, anyway, question number 3. If you feel like it, give your... Oh, we did this. Give your own idea for your own Lego theme. So, yeah. we did
Space
that.
gladiator mech things.
Okay.
And Callan and Davix.
No.
Callan and Davix in
Unfortunately,
space.
I'm going to be
The
No.
sister
original
theme.
and say I would actually want a steampunk theme with little steampunk minifigures and a dirigible.
Oh no, I would totally want it.
A buildable dirigible.
Something steampunk or sci-fi
real
would
Led
be
Zeppelin.
appreciated by the BCC.
They would totally have a band called the Plastic Zeppelin. I know it.
Something that doesn't have many bright colors.
But space.
Maybe.
Yes, that's why, like, you know, my favorite space theme was either Mars Mission or Space Police, which all there didn't have very many bright colors.
Okay,
like,
you know what? Space Police was cool.
yes, Space Police was cool.
I wish I got some of this.
What little I knew of it, I liked.
I have like one of my favorite set was the Lunar Limo. That was a really
Oh,
nice set.
that's a very highly regarded set. Yeah.
I didn't. get that
Also,
one.
like I was saying, that's why I don't like the newer space themes. Like, I did not like Galaxy Squad or Alien Attack. Was
Why
that what
do
it was?
people like Galaxy Squad?
Well,
'cause of the
Alien
bright
Attack, I
colors.
think was
If
the
it would've been-
sequel to Mars Mission.
No,
As
it
far as
wasn't.
I can
No,
tell.
no, those aliens were nothing alike. Mars Mission had like these very classic Martian,
Well, I was
transparent
Alien
green
Conquest
guys.
Conquest was like
Very,
a weird.
very loosely. I
like-
was barely even following it, so I
I
couldn't
want to
tell.
say like starting with Atlantis, they started this whole like new Lego continuity thing, where it was like Atlantis and then Pharaoh's Quest and then Alien Conquest happened and they were like,
Alien Conquest. That's what
and
it
then
was.
Dino, which nobody really cared for or something. I never hear anything about it for some reason.
Dino
and
Attack
then-
was better at machine guns.
And nuclear T-Rexes.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What?
And
oh
that
man,
shot
I gotta get
lasers
this set.
from their eyes.
Lego nuclear
That never-
T-Rex. Speaking of that,
But then from Dino it went to Monster Fighters, and then from there it went to Galaxy Squad, and then from there it went to Ultra Agents.
only Lego Jurassic Park is coming up.
I
And now
was
it's
with
like,
the original
after
Lego
Ultra Agents
a great
happened,
deal,
it's like
but
nothing.
I never actually
There's
watched
there's
the
no
Lego
continuity
ones.
anymore.
I can still piece together continuity.
Yeah, well, there's nothing else going on in that continuity anymore. Like, after Ultra Agents, it was like nothing. as far
Ultra
as I
Agents
know.
was the last one I thought was decent of like
Yeah.
that continuity. I didn't care for Alien Attack. Just like I said, I don't like the bright color. Alien Attack, okay, it wasn't really the colors.
Alien
I just found the
Conquest. Get
Alien
it right.
Conquest. You said Alien Attack. Anyway, but I just found the builds for Alien Conquest very uninteresting.
You mean that giant UFO with
Yeah.
the sounds wasn't interesting to you? It had
No.
sounds from space.
I don't build sounds.
Space go.
Let's evaluate that statement for a second. I don't build sounds. What do you think of that, Glenda?
You don't build sounds? Who doesn't build sounds?
Exactly. You're always building up a sound.
That's not what
even
I
by
mean.
talking.
I mean,
You're doing that right now.
when I get a set, I want
Right,
a set
there
that I
it is.
actually build. I don't care. I couldn't really care less about like those types of functions
It's just a sound brick that activates when you spin the thing.
and drives the price up like the stupid light up bricks that always
Does
for
not.
some
I
reason
heard that
add
set
$10
had
of
a
value.
pretty decent price. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'm
Actually, I had
just
one of
kidding
those
on that. I'm just-
flashlight-
No, I'm doing it.
I had a
doing
flashlight
it.
brick at one point that I used as an actual little flashlight for, I think.
You know what? I need one of those
months.
USB bricks. Even though they probably suckish amount of storage, but
Okay, so it is the parts are 416, minifigs 2, which is kind of a bummer. Sold for about $60. Price per part 14.4.
that is high for a system set.
It's high, but like compared to some of the other ones, it's pretty much within range.
A system set usually, from what I found, is 8 to 11 max.
Well, this was back in 2011, so
Were things more expensive in 2011? Because
I
that's
mean,
not what I'm
the
seeing.
smallest Alien Conquest set has a price per part of 11.9.
Yeah, I just didn't like
The
Alien Conquest.
smallest from what I'm seeing is 9.5.
Besides, in 2011, Ninjago came out, didn't it?
Yeah.
So why
I
did
am
these
very
waste your
bad
time with
with
Alien
dates,
Conquest?
so I'm
Also,
unable
I
to
believe in
add
2011,
anything to this.
forget Ninjago, Lego Universe was still around in 2011. That's what you're going to be spending your money on.
Really?
That's crazy. Not really.
Yeah, it was up around from October 2010 to February 2012. So
I mean, I
all of
don't know. I
2011
think-
was.
Alien Conquest had some cool sets. They look cool, at least. To me.
I didn't think so. I just didn't think so. Like I said, but Space Police or Mars Mission, Mars Mission was just great. I loved
Yeah.
Mars Mission.
Never really
I
got
feel like
into
My
the sets, though.
Younger siblings got some of the sets, and I knew some of the story. I didn't know very much, though.
Well, that wasn't. It didn't have much of a story besides get the crystals. The aliens are
The
attacking.
crystals are integral.
Oh, that was another good one. Power miners.
Power Miners was actually one of
yeah.
my favorites. That was actually one of the reasons that I got into Lego. Because for some reason, I just really, really liked that. I liked the games. I liked the sets.
I love the rock monster. You see, rock
The rock
monster was like Lego's
monsters were
first
so
attempt
great.
at like a custom minifigure that didn't totally suck. It wasn't just a total useless chunk of plastic. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
You know what I
like
loved
the
doing
predecessor
with my
Rock
siblings? I
Raider.
loved sticking different crystals in the different little rock monsters.
You know,
And
we
acting out
and my
different
brother
things that
had a
the rock
bunch of
monsters
those
would
sets.
do, and giving the different crystals different superpowers that they gave.
Our
them.
dog ate the red crystal.
Oh, man.
That
We never
is-
got it back.
He ate the gift from Ikir.
Oh my. But yeah, so and the
You
red
could say
crystals
that
were
that
actually
dog
kind of hard
was
to
on
find if you didn't
fire.
get the big set because we had the blue one, the yellow one, quite a few. Yellow was popular, and then the
Yellow
green
was.
one, and it was only the bike that was the smaller set point that had the red price point that had the red crystal with it.
Because it's the red one.
Were any of you into Adventurers? I really like those sets.
That was kind of before my time.
I wish I could have gotten more of those sets.
Yes, I
They
wish
were
you could have
cool.
gotten more too, so you had extra Johnny Thunders that you could give me.
Johnny Thunder is awesome. I need to
I
find
play the
my Johnny
Adventurers
Thunder.
games on Lego.com.
Oh yeah, they were fun.
Back when Lego was like actually a leader in online games back then. Like every
Yeah.
kid played Lego
Oh,
online
my
games, which
goodness.
is
Like
strange
they had
because that
like
was during the
these like
Yes, back
mystery
when they
kind of
had
things
games
where it's
that
like there was
I
like a mummy and a
loved.
minotaur. They were
You know what's
so
strange?
cool.
Indiana Jones game. for some reason
Lego.com
I
was-
loved.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But you know what's strange? Lego.com, when I think about it, was some of the most popular times for it were during when Lego itself was doing so terribly.
I think that was
Like
a
in the
good thing though.
2004.
Like, at least they had some kind of engagement on their website, so
Yeah.
it showed interest, which at that point was all they really needed. And now it's like, you don't
Well,
really
I think they
care.
need more than interest.
Well,
But
we are also
anyway.
interested in things such as emails. So what's our
let's
next
go to
email?
another email. Next one comes from June. We're finally getting to the June emails.
The
Wow.
problem is June is a name, so when you say it's from June, I'm like, who's
Oh,
June?
we already answered
Hey
this one.
June. Don't make it
We already
bad.
answered this one. Let's go to the next one. This one's in Tree Speak, and I cannot try Tree Speak today
Okay.
with my voice.
June,
Darn
Okay,
it.
come on.
Send
Come
it-
on,
Send a
June.
screenshot of it over chat, and I'll read it for you.
You know you have access to this email account too, right?
Yeah, but I'm too lazy to get to it. Do you want me to actually go on to it? I can do
Yeah,
that.
you read this tonight. My voice is already getting tired anyways.
Okay,
Um,
how about you go to a slightly different email while I pull it up?
So,
actually, the next two of them are like
okay.
that.
In the meantime,
No, he put it in
I'll do
chat.
I think they're by the
do
same
this.
guy, but one of them says it's from Liwa. Did I send you the one that says it's from Liwa?
I'm checking. Darn
Oh
it.
wait, no, this one's in audio,
Oh,
and I'm gonna have to wait until another podcast to figure out how we're gonna incorporate that.
yeah, that's odd.
I mean, it's kind of a cool idea.
How about
but
we go
just
with the
aren't
next
prepared.
email?
That's
and
the one I
we-
sent
No,
we'll
before.
read
this
that other
picture's
one later.
loading. This picture's loading with my really slow computer.
Okay, excuse
Darn
me.
it.
All
Okay,
right.
here it is.
This
Do you want
next
me to?
one is
No.
get-
This is from 6CB6.
Yes.
Hello.
And it's
Okay. Greetings from Uptree BCC. Down calls
Hello.
Voltans. Toa of Air, aka 6CB6. Another email. More questions. Still within requirement. Curiosity unquenched. I'm not sure how to actually phrase this in Tree Speak, so I'm just gonna straight up ask you. How do
see,
you
this
guys?
is the issue with Tree Speak.
People
ask a
just need to
question.
think about it more. How do you guys' preliminary options on the Bionicle Summer Wave compare to how they're being received now? They're actually pretty cool sets in my opinion. Okay.
They are very good sets, and it's
I love
sad
the
to say that
sets.
they're the
Here's
last
my
ones.
opinion on them now. They're gone.
Yes.
That's
everywhere.
That's
They're-
a
they
depressed
are
way of
gone.
looking at it. I'm happy with the ones we got. Okay,
Yeah.
back to shoot. Speak.
No, that's not what I mean. I don't mean like they're gone, we're not getting more. I mean they're gone as I can't get the ones we
Yeah,
already
like,
got.
they're just like not
Well,
in stores
fortunately,
anymore.
I got most of them. I'm just missing Gali Uniter. That's the only one.
Oh,
I'm missing.
No,
man.
it's actually easier. The winter wave is much easier to get. The summer wave is the one you're gonna have trouble with.
Well,
No,
always
I've already
now.
gotten all the
Lego
ones
has
for the summer
committed
wave.
to not making the sets anymore.
You've gotten all the summer
so
wave.
Oh yes.
I mean, I did get my number one, which turned out to be Kimu.
I got Blue
Which is a really nice set,
Umarak the
and I'm glad I got
Destroyer, Lava Beast, Storm Beast,
Beast.
and I'm pretty sure we got the other beast also.
You see, here's the thing. I couldn't get them all. I usually get summer waves. You know, those are things I like put on my Christmas list because they come out in
but
summer.
now you can't because they're all
Now
gone.
I can't.
And they're
And
not
I already spent
restyling
so much
them.
of my money this year on this new microphone,
That's
and
the
then
crazy
I like.
part,
Oh,
Lo siento.
speaking of it, I got a lead up on last week's podcast where I talked about all the stupid eBay bids I put in. I won almost every one of them.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and I got a bunch from today. I still need to put in the reviews. I'm a terrible customer. But I'm really glad that 4 for $4 deal was amazing.
Very nice.
Yeah, you got
And for
Congo
those of you
and
who didn't
Jolly,
listen,
didn't you?
I got Jowler for $5. So I was
Why
willing to
you
pay more
all
for
say
Jowler.
Jowler?
It's
Because I was
Jolly.
watching the Jowler
is-
videos
It's not
earlier
Jala.
today.
Jala.
It's Jala.
It is
For- he was in the old
pronounced
podcast.
Jala.
Yeah, I
You're
know
allowed
it's
to
pronounced
pronounce
Jala.
it that
I
way.
just, I don't usually say it like that, but I was watching Jowler videos earlier. Anyways, I got Barracks. I
Jala.
want to call him Batrix for some reason.
Well, I
and
only
then
pronounce
the
it
Red
Jala
Fire
one time.
Gory, who was so uninteresting, I don't remember his name. Ranu?
Vanu?
Ranu?
Ranu.
That was it. He was on My Lego Network, which is gone now. Rip. Anyway, Kongu and Pyrrhic. All of them are in really good shape. I mean, obviously the Agori have the cracked limbs, but what, Av Matoran limbs aren't cracked.
They're terrible.
They're not everything that they're
And
cracked
Kongu
up to
has
be.
this one issue where his hand is a bit loose and, like...
Wait, is it...
falls
What,
down.
what version of Tahu is it again?
Tahu Kongu.
Oh, I
Kongu
thought you
and
said
Nika.
Tahu.
Oh, also, I'm pretty sure the reason I got this so cheap is obviously a mom selling her son's toys without his permission.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Oh, poor kid.
Poor
I probably will
fella.
enjoy them more than him anyways.
Oh my goodness. Well, if
Don't leave your toys or else your mom will get to them. That
Bah, bah,
makes me scared.
be afraid.
Yeah,
be very
be
afraid.
scared for it. Keep your Bionicle in a safe.
Oh, they're all on my shelf.
Just that toy scene Toy Story 2 where while Andy's gone, his mom just goes through his room and decides to sell anything she wants.
That just takes too much
Someday
time.
while you're at class, your mom's just gonna come through and put, oh, I bet
Well, it's a
Ford
good
doesn't play with
no,
these
but
anymore.
My dad. My dad.
Should we?
But
Before
The
I have
next
some kind of existential crisis, are there any
Yes,
other
there
questions
are
in this
several other
email?
questions. Okay, back to shoot speak. He says.
wait, I wasn't done talking about Kongu.
Oh,
Fine.
what version
Never
of
mind,
Congo
go
is it
ahead.
again? Inaika or Mari?
He got
Inaika.
the Inaika
Oh,
ones.
man.
But it was
I may-
oh yeah, now I remember that last point I really do need to make. The reason I know some mom's selling her kids toys because it was built so terribly and the other ones were built fine.
Very nice.
Obviously, whoever this Kongu was in pieces, like his torso was on backwards, and then one of his arm pieces was on the wrong way, so she just gave up on trying to reattach the hand and put it on the side.
Wow.
It was built right in the picture. I think no, it wasn't
Instructions,
built right in the
people.
picture.
They are online.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, who sells Bionicle for $4 unless they have no idea what they're selling?
Hey. Take advantage of their ignorance.
That's my catchphrase for life. For
Wink. Next question.
In
Hooah.
fact, that's the catchphrase for this podcast.
Hey.
Yes, the BCC podcast. Take advantage of their ignorance.
Hey.
That's perfect.
Hey.
Absolutely
Wow.
perfect.
Don't you talk about yourself that way. You're not ignorant.
No, that's not what I
Oh!
meant, Ford. Oh, okay, next question.
Okay. Back to Tree Speak. I may wonder ask almost anything, correct? Well then.
What?
Sure.
Well then, fighter jets.
Okay.
What do you think of them?
Excuse me.
Wait, fighter jets.
Fighter
Coolest
jets?
plane. Know anything? It keeps on swapping back and forth between a picture of that and a picture of a cuttlefish with sunglasses. There's something weird going on with my internet. I'm sorry.
I am
What?
confused.
Me too, believe me.
Uh,
I think that
fighter
Leo
jets,
crashed my
they
internet
fly
by
around
spending too
and
many
they go
memes.
pew pew pew.
I
Yeah.
think that they're really cool. I've seen a blackbird in the museum. What was that?
I'm pretty sure he means system fighter jets.
Well, you
Are
need
there
to
system
specify that, bro.
jets?
I love the
Yeah,
Lego
the Kai
sets, like
Flyer,
the cool,
um,
the real ones. I think he means like literal fighter jets.
I'm assuming
but-
Amy.
Some of
I mean,
them
I
are
went to the Air
cool.
and Space Museum while going to Brick Fair, and I saw a bunch of those.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I tied it back into Lego.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay,
Bonus
running out of,
points.
Ooh,
out
I'm
of
sorry.
questions, I am running. Suppose you can. Ah, darn it! That cuttlefish came out again.
What is going on with your
I have no
computer?
clue. Oh, right. Suppose you could quick create an element for Ninjago and Bionicle. What are they?
Ninjago doesn't need more elements, and neither does Bionicle.
Bionicle
kinda
actually
cool.
has a lot of elements.
Yeah. I think,
plastic.
I think it's a common opinion among
elements
the
of
fans.
plastic,
There's already
haha.
some element. We don't need the element of plasma. First
No, I
off.
said plastic.
Why is that there?
Plastic.
well, like, you gotta
No, I'm
control
not arguing. But
sunlight
plasma is a
some
literal
way.
element. But it just doesn't need to be there. It's not an element. I mean, not even in the classical sense
Plasma
or the
doesn't even
scientific
make
sense. It's not
sense.
an element.
I think of, okay, there are two things I think when I think plasma. I think, one, the incandescent plasma that the sun's made of. Two is the plasma that is in your blood that makes it liquid. that the red blood cells floating.
I also think of plasma, aka the fourth state of matter.
No, that's what the sun's made of.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's what. Well, I just stated that as one of the two things I
Yeah,
think of when I think plasma.
I'm sharing
Okay.
what
But
I
the
think
thing
of
also
it
is,
as.
though, with that plasma, it's also a control of fire can control heat in that sense.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
a
So
fire
it
would be
makes
able to...
very little sense to have that, though.
I think it's like the toe of fire can control, like, the heat, but the toe of plasma can control the matter itself.
But Vakama, like, controlled this lava stuff.
did.
Okay.
In the...
Lava is liquid.
Okay, lava is liquid rock. Why would a toe of fire be able to control liquid rock?
Because like, the fire within
Does
it
he
can
control
lift
the
it and
literal
move it
heat?
around.
Okay, that page is.
Because, like, what if there's like small bits of seaweed and rock in the water that Golly controls? Obviously, she's still controlling the water, but that's just like picked up. But then we get into really rough situations when we're talking about earth and stone.
Okay, look, it's a story about tribal robots. Are we really gonna
See,
get
that's
this
what I mean. When we
ridiculous
already have
right?
earth. Already with the original 6, there's too many because of earth and stone. Not that I don't like both brown and black sets, but
Well, earth and stone. Firstly, I have to apologize because I got them mixed up all the time when I was little. Now I get really annoyed when people do that. I'm sorry.
you were one of those people.
Really?
Unfortunately. Okay, admittedly,
Okay, actually, I
I was
used
like
to always
9
think
or
the
10
black
at the
sets were-
time.
You
I
see,
don't
I
get them
only
mixed
saw
up
clips
anymore.
of Mask of Light, like the end of it, when I was little, and because I only saw the end of it and nothing else, I assumed since Makuta said that Shadow and Black were like evil, I assumed all the black sets were bad guys.
Oh my god. Poor Onua, always getting bashed. But he got
Especially,
his
like-
due. He got to bash stuff in the new generation.
Until he was
Unfortunately.
bashed out of
Actually-
existence. Oh,
Unfortunately,
only for a short time.
I do such weird things to
That's
Onua.
sad.
Okay, so at one point I saw with my siblings the, I think, short parody version, the condensed version of the 2015 animations, in which
Okay.
Onua only said the words "I am Onua." in
what was the
different ways.
question again?
Was he basically
I think
Groot?
that the question was if you could quick create an element for Ninjago and Bionicle.
Oh,
with
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, they don't need one. We're done.
They don't need one.
Can I get back to my story now?
Ninjago especially. You had a story? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So,
I'm not all here tonight,
unfortunate.
if you
That's
can't tell.
That's okay. It's perfectly fine. I'm not all here either. Ever since then, whenever we have these games in which we use Onua, that I always play Onua and I always just have him say I am Onua in very different ways. And for some reason we
Like
find
Groot.
that hilariously funny. Exactly like Groot, yes. And that
In
is
fact, I'm pretty
possibly
sure that's
the
what the
most fun
parody
I've ever
was. I
had.
think I saw this.
That
same
is
one.
exact. Yeah, we're talking about the same one, though. That is possibly the most fun I've had with Onua, because he's so fun to make like Groot.
I never got an official Onua set until 2015.
Me neither.
Oh.
Neither did I actually.
Hmm.
Well, I got him secondhand. I never got a new one.
I guess purple did wonders for the guy's sales. Or not.
Well, I like purple.
I like
actually
purple.
did
It's one of
want
my
to get a
favorite
lot more
colors.
of the purple.
Purple.
Of course, I mean I got every Toa from G2.
Yeah.
Anyway, Glenda, is there another question?
There's many thanks. Must return to Toa Hero duties. P.S. I'm pretty sure that fragments and putting hyphen/dashes whenever the word quick, fast, and other word equals shoot speak at this point. That is not actually true. There is an actual grammatical way to use tree speak. Because if you look at the sentence structure and the use of the syllables, you can actually tell when someone's badly using tree speak. Because, for
badly
instance,
using tree speak.
Exactly,
I know
like
other ways
brothers-
people can badly use tree speak.
you can, and there's... It's like badly speaking Japanese and well speaking Japanese, not Trapanese. One can
Badly
sound really
speaking
clumsy, the other one sounds really excellent.
Badly speaking Japanese.
Yes! I badly
Where did
speak
that
Japanese to
come
my
from?
brother a lot. Okay, I converse with my
Oh,
brother in
jeez.
Japanese.
I would laugh more if my throat wasn't still so scratchy.
Oh boy.
But I put some different implications of that. Anyways,
Next email.
you know me. No, actually, I think if that either questions are for that, we should get to the game.
Oh,
Good idea.
sweet. And
It is the
doing
game
it?
again. This is a game that we played once before, and I said we were going to play again, and I just realized I wasn't totally prepared for. So, guys, stall for like 1 minute.
Okay. I had actually
So
thought
a
that.
few weeks ago. Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I had thought that LQ was not going to make this podcast, so I had started putting together a game for him. Unfortunately, partway
Oh.
through, then he said, "Wait, I might be able to make it after all," so I stopped making it. So now we
you're
both
okay.
have a half-completed
just keep
game.
going
I
with
think.
it. Just keep going with it. We can do
And
it the next time you host it.
yeah,
So,
and that's what I'm going
a
to do.
few
And I
weeks
think
ago-
actually next week.
A few weeks ago, I got the Black Knight mech set, and I never got to review it on this podcast. That said, it's an okay set. The mech is a little bit disappointing, especially with the fact that it has no knees, but I can totally understand why it doesn't have any knees, because if it did, then the whole thing would just, like, topple over just very, very easily. Like, I even gave it, like, faux... not really faux, but, like, knees, using some click joints, and it didn't really work all that well. So I just kind of left it as is. The shooting function for the one shield arm is okay. I did end up replacing it so that it could flow more and incorporate the Nexo shield in there a little bit better than just sticking it on the top and calling it a day. The little, like, outpost, like, cell thing is actually pretty cool. I like that inclusion. It adds a little bit more play value and even provides weapon storage. And you know I'm a fan of weapon storage.
I know that you are very much a fan of weapon storage. Actually, my
Yes.
my 9-year-old brother recently did weapon storage for the first time, and I'm so proud of him. He did it on
gotta
his
get
mock.
him
I
on
should
the,
show him a picture if you like.
Wait, he did it with
With a mock.
what set?
No, he
very
did
nice.
it with a mock,
He-
which was I was so proud of him because I
Oh.
have not been able to get weapon storage down, unfortunately. At
Well,
one point,
You
then-
gotta start while you're young.
very much
and
so.
then
That's what I'm trying to
it-
do. With
it
my younger
evolves
siblings
over
with
time.
Bionicle. Pretty much.
Weapon storage is not easy. It's
It really
actually
isn't,
very
which is why I
hard.
was amazed he was able to do it. Admittedly, the back of his mock had 0 armor. It was very simple. But
My mock has weapon storage, and I'm ready.
But wait, there's more.
Yes.
So it comes with Whipperella, which is
Pandora.
the
no,
highlight
don't update.
minifigure of the set. And it also comes with a demon hover horse thing, which is kind of disappointing because it's so blocky and just doesn't flow as well as the other actual hover horses. But it's okay. Overall, the set is, I think, worthy of the purchase. It definitely looks better in hand with the blue because it's very subdued compared to all the darker colors that it has. So, good set. I highly recommend it if you're an Exonites fan. So now we're gonna go resume with the game.
okay,
Right.
LQ,
Sorry
what
for
game
that
do you
delay,
have
like
for
I
us?
said. We are playing I forget the exact name of Guess That Bionicle song from obscure locations and get points game.
Oh, this one's fun.
Yay! I have never
Alright.
played this game officially.
Oh, you
So
haven't?
this is going to be
yeah, I think
interesting.
we've only played it once before.
Yeah.
Oh my
I went
gosh, that was
over
like
with
epic
me,
potato.
Porter, and Call the other day, and I
We did
I
some practice, so I'm a bit ready. But
Okay.
All right, and for the record, these are even cooler. By cooler, I mean more frustrating choices than the last set.
oh, you evil
Okay.
person!
And they're all going to be from Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney isn't a Bionicle game.
I know it isn't,
wish
but you
there was
totally
a
do
Bionicle
it
Ace
anyway.
Attorney.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, I didn't order these ones because I wasn't sure which one is harder than the other.
We'll
To
find
make
out.
editing a whole lot harder, but current scoreboard is for the members on right now is LQ at 22. Not that matters right now. Clinda at 11 and Ford at 30.
Boom!
Clinda, you gotta win these. Luckily, I've
okay.
noticed that Ford is not the quickest with this game, so you have a chance.
I'm not. I'm actually really bad at this game.
Well, play well. No one? Okay,
Gee,
fine.
thanks.
Fine.
Every
gotta eat
time
some
they said that,
fast.
their factory burned down.
It burns down.
All right. Yeah, the Lego factory burnt down like 4 times.
Oh yeah, and then they rebuilt it again. Yay!
All right, let's start with this one. I hope I remember where this one's from.
That would be awesome if you remember.
Voy Nui online game.
No, this is from the...
Ford was right.
Boom!
Darn it.
This is Voy Nui Online game. Ford, can you tell me where from the Voy Nui Online game this
it's
is
the
for another
battle
point?
music.
Yep. It's Fight from Voy Nui
Boom!
Online game.
Yeah!
I was totally going to
That's
guess
2
something
points for
different,
Ford.
so-
2 points.
Yeah, because you got both of the things.
All right, next one, Ford. I forgot to mention. Let's give it a little time for everyone.
I
to hear
apologize.
before
I was
we start.
excited.
No,
It's
that's
fine, I
okay. I
didn't
wasn't
say
going to
that,
get it anyway.
Oh, great. Number 2. All right, I gave that one a little bit longer than normal. That's because I really enjoyed it.
I really
Anyway.
like that. I have no clue where it's from.
There's gonna be some people who know what this is immediately.
I have no idea what.
But
that's
it's not. If Leo was here, he would know this one. I'm sure. Are you guys gonna let Leo be better than you?
Oh, gosh.
Arena?
No, Ford.
Definitely not Motonui Online game. Is it Tell the Tahunga?
No. No.
Bionicle Heroes.
No.
Is it from Voy? It's not from Voy Nui online game.
It's not
Nope.
in keeping.
Nika Island Assault.
I might have to cut you guys off because you're not getting anywhere near close.
Is this from? Whoa, wait, this is from the movie soundtrack.
Agori Defense.
No, it's the movie soundtrack.
Nope. No.
No?
No.
Darn it.
All right, you guys want to give up? I don't think you're gonna get it.
Please.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right, this was the Maze of Shadows theme.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Maze of
Shadows, the Bionicle Game Boy game.
Oh. Darn it.
All
I'm
right,
not even sure.
who's ready for the next game?
Next game or next part?
Theme.
Okay.
Next part, yeah. All right, ready? And here we go.
Oh, this is from Bionicle Heroes. Sorry.
And no, it is not from Bionicle Heroes.
Oh. Bionicle the game?
No.
Tell the Tahunga?
No. No, way off.
This was definitely not from Victorian Arena.
Borok Swarm, the Game Boy game?
No. But there wasn't a Borax Swarm Game Boy game, was there?
Yeah, there was.
There was.
It's just as
Yeah.
real as the Superman construction
I don't
set.
recall there being.
It was a
one.
platformer. You played as like multiple versions of Jala, just with different paint jobs.
Are you sure this was a Game Boy game?
I am dead certain that it was a Game Boy game. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it had to do with Borok.
Tale of the Hunga. Wait, nope. Here it is. Yep. Oh, it is a real. I never hear anyone talking about this one.
It's not very well
It's
known.
called Matoran Adventures.
It's also
Yep, there's Jala on there. Matao is back in the corner.
Yep. So,
But that's not what this is from.
That's a shame.
the Mari game.
No.
No, that's definitely not from the Mario game. It's not from the same style. Well, wait, what's the... Okay. This wasn't from Bionicle Heroes?
No. You guys give up yet? We still got
Battle
2
for
more.
Power?
Nope.
No. Glatorian Arena?
I said
No.
it wasn't that. I get the feeling that
You have
there are
any guesses,
people.
Glenda?
I get
All
the
right,
feeling
guys,
that
I'm
people
gonna
are
have to cut you
screaming
off.
at us.
You're not getting it. This is
the
actually
questions.
from the last Bionicle game ever. This is from a gory
I
defender.
said a gory defense.
When did you say a gory
I
defense?
literally said it.
All right, Ford, when this podcast is released, if you can go back and find yourself saying a gory defense, I'll give you a point.
Now it doesn't matter. Now I'm all mad. I'm like, I don't want your stupid Tomatoran points.
Moving on. All right. Number 4.
Oh, Jesus, the fourth.
Wait.
I wanna.
For the record, I'm looking for a very specific response for this one.
Mananui online game underwater.
No.
What?
No, you're getting confused, Ford, because this is somewhat of a remix.
Oh,
Mananui
shoot.
online game 2 underwater.
No, not underwater.
Mananui online game 2 Gakoro in some
No.
places.
No, this is the. Oh shoot.
Like I said, I knew this one is someone you'd all know, so I had to make it specific.
Oh, come on.
At least the song itself has a very specific name after a location in the game. I cannot say specific right with my nose, not totally functional.
Specific.
Um.
Come on, guys, just keep guessing.
Is this?
Some kind of sanctuary.
Maranui online
water.
game Kokobo.
That's definitely a specific answer, Ford.
Maranui
From-
online game Kokobo.
No.
It's some kind of sanctuary of water in Mananui online game 2.
You're on the right track, Ford.
I don't remember what it was called.
The.
Man, I'm surprised no one's guessed it yet.
Some kind of water shrine?
Ford, is there a water shrine in Minogue 2?
How am I supposed to know? I've only played it like once.
Wait, is this Nokama's?
And then I got fed up with it and
Nokama's
rage quit.
place?
Yes, Glenda. There's Nokama's hut
It's Nokama's hut. Okay.
from Minogue 2.
Well,
1 point for Glenda.
yeah.
All right. It's time for the last one. Since I didn't organize these... Oh! Great twist of fate. The hardest one did get saved for last.
Yay.
This is also my favorite one. Just because
Yay.
of how obscure it is.
Hooray.
Oh shoot! I know this.
All right.
That is so cool. And I
Some
feel like
game
I
from
ought to know.
2005.
I can almost guarantee you it's not from where you're thinking it's from.
It's not from 2005?
I'll just tell you no.
Darn it. Is it from 2004?
I'm not going to keep going through every year with you, Ford.
I bet it's from 2002.
Okay.
I really doubt either of you will
Wait
get
a
it.
minute.
Leo might get it again.
Is
if he
it
was
from
here.
that
Is it from Bionicle the
that
game?
arcade Bionicle 2001 game?
No.
Darn it.
Not from Bionicle the
Arcade
game
2001
itself.
Bionicle game?
Yes.
Like an actual arcade game or an arcade-like game?
An arcade-like game.
Oh, okay.
It was not very good.
Because I would want the Bionicle, or even the game sucked, I'd want the Bionicle arcade machine. Alright, running out of time on the podcast, guys.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get this one.
Nah.
This is Thornax Training Arena.
This is Thornax Training Arena. Okay.
What?
It was taken from the miscellaneous section of BMP music files.
This game.
Leo, we're still recording.
This game is cheap. I can't
I
win
love
at it.
this game.
I have not
One of
played
you
this
guys
game
should
in
try
a
this
very
game
long
sometime.
time.
I want to play.
I don't
This
even
game
remember
This
if
game
is
is
I
cheap
so
and I
much fun.
can't
I want to
win.
play it.
Therefore, it is cheap because I can't win.
Nice logic for it. Anyway, thank you for joining us on
He
this
got-
episode of Bionicle
Well,
Commentary
wait, if
Central.
we didn't get a bunch of them, does that mean that LQ gets the points? That's what it used to mean.
I don't need the points.
Okay.
I have 32. How many do you have?
I have 22.
You say you don't need them.
If you have an email to send us, please email us at bioniclecomedycentral@gmail.com. Remember, that's Comedy Central, not Commentary Central, because that's just how Google works when you don't know what you're doing when you set up your account.
It's the way.
I mean, but not by don't know what we're doing. We're doing technical, but don't know what we're doing is where we don't know what we're doing moving forward. Anyway, for Ford, Glenda, and myself, LQ, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.